Ian Rom, and I will be taking the session on EC2 instances. And this is for my application for the AWS Cloud Club Captain. Okay, let's start. EC2 instance, it's also known as Elastic Compute Cloud. It's an offering by AWS, which allows us to make virtual servers. Now let's see what are the virtual servers. So virtual servers are a concept which was made popular by AWS, and what happened before the virtual servers were the big corporations. They had big server rooms. You can see this image here. So they had big corporations had these big server rooms, and they had to manage everything, be it infrastructure, be it specialists, be it software, all the electric stuff and whatnot. But for the small players and the medium players, there was no service, or it was not as affordable for them. So AWS came as a savior for them, and it gave a couple of services in the cloud. And further, there was EC2 instances, which are virtual servers. What you can imagine a virtual server is equivalent of an CPU, but on the cloud. And by cloud, I mean you can just auto scale. You can have the extension of the hardware. You can increase the capabilities or decrease the capabilities and resources as you need. Let's check them out for the features of EC2 instances. So EC2 instances, we have got a couple of features, which is auto scaling, which I told you. You can have multiple instances or scale up, scale down based on certain criteria. Use it. Okay. So this is a very smart thing to do. Next, we got security features. So what are the security features? In the security features, first of all, I would like to tell you about the IAM user roles. So IAM user is like the user you have on your operating system, or like a user you create for a daily basis, giving them different permissions and actions they can do. Similarly, we have IAM user roles, and you can give them the specific permissions which they can execute. So it's good to have hierarchy of permissions for different roles. Next, we've got Elastic IPs. So what are these Elastic IPs? Elastic IPs is a fantastic concept by the AWS services. What happens is when we use Elastic IPs, it points the real IP of our EC2 instance to this Elastic IP that AWS gives us. This helps us to sustain the Elastic IP to be used. Because see, what happens is if for some reason the instance goes down and then back up, the IP might change. And if the IP changes, there has to be some common thing for our DNS to resolve. Okay? And thus this Elastic IP thing comes into place. So what happens is we can take the Elastic IP, no matter what's the IP, after it has gone down and came up, the instant it'll be pointed. And thus, just by using Elastic IPs, you can have the pointing of it to the original IP of the instance. Next, instance types. We have various instance types to suit various use cases, and I'll tell you about them in the next slide. Okay, so practical use cases. So the instance types which we see here. So just like you would have a normal basic laptop, or say basic surfing internet and Word files or similar things on computer, you would have very low configurations. Then if you want to do heavy tasks, you'll have better configuration, say for gaming. If you are into video editing and graphic stuff, which are very heavy compute intensive, you will have to give even more resources. Similarly, we have various instance types. Let's discuss about a few with their practical use cases. So first of all, when we think about EC2 instance, they're very popular for web application hosting, and you can use any tech stack and you can really smoothly host your application there on the EC2 instance. The most popular being the T2 Micro, which is free tier and gets you covered for most of the part. And it's free tier, thus you don't have to put any money and you can use it. So go check it out. Next, we got AI and ML. So AI and ML is a very flourishing and prosperous field. So what does EC2 offer for AI and ML? For AI and ML, EC2 instances types, you can use P5, you can use INF1, INF2, you can use D5. And they also have various of the types, or say subtypes within them, which have got you covered for different hardware needs, such as the graphics, or you could say, graphics, the RAM, and what else? Graphics, RAM, bandwidth, version of the chip you want to run on. So they have got plenty of options. You should sure check them out and then get all your AI and ML needs covered. Next, game servers. So GG everyone for watching this. And the game servers. So we all play games, and some games require to have servers, and you can use if instances to host your servers there. And T2 Micro, or say not T2 Micro exactly, but yeah, you can use a T2 or some a T3 or something like bigger need as your game needs, and just check it out. There are plenty of guides, and there are many people who have been hosting the game servers on EC2, so you can ask your gaming bros. I'm not much into it, so I'm not commenting much. But yeah, EC2 instance can be used very well for gaming servers. And yeah, that's all. Thank you for being with me in the session, and I'll see you next time. till then, be happy and keep coding.